So how do you Christians feel now that you realize that your September 19th, 2023 Feast of Trumpets rapture prediction has failed?
I have to be honest, I was really surprised to come home from work and hop on TikTok and see all these new dates being set for the rapture. Because Feast of Trumpets came and went, and we're all still here. And
I know there are a lot of honest and sincere Christians out there who actually believe that you are going to be raptured from this earth. But you need to come to terms with the reality that the Bible was not written to us. It is not about us.
listen, don't get me wrong. I want to go. I want to fly high to the sky. Trust me, I cannot wait to go. I want to go.
I honestly feel sorry for this woman. She thinks that she is going to escape the natural process of death that every other human who has ever lived has experienced. She thinks that she is going to escape death by being magically whisked away in the rapture to heaven. Just imagine wasting your entire life believing a lie.
I just was surprised to see it because I would have thought that we have learned our lesson by now.
I wish you would learn your lesson. I learned my lesson after the failed rapture prediction of September 23rd, 2017, which was based on the exact same signs in the heavens that people are looking at today.
We know we are in the last days.
No, we are not in the last days. The first century intended audience of the Greek New Testament was in the last days of Judaism before the destruction of the temple in 70 CE.
We see the day approaching.
You are seeing whatever you want to see. You are manifesting a fantasy based on the unreasonable assumption that you are the intended audience of a 2,000-year-old Greek New Testament.
We know the global stage is being set for the son of perdition. It's going to happen at any time.
You are referring to the man of lawlessness in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. And in verse 7 and 8, it says, he is already at work and he is about to be revealed. And this was written to a first century audience. And it says he is going to sit in the temple, and it's a reference to the temple that they had standing in the first century. And there were people that set themselves up in the temple during the Roman Jewish War of the first century.
And I know this rapture is soon, but it's also imminent. It can happen at any time.
It is not soon or imminent for us. It was soon or imminent for the intended first century audience because it was talking about the end of Judaism and the destruction of the temple.
And I just want to say, we need to remember that the Lord himself said to be watching at all times because he's coming at a time when we knoweth not.
No matter how bad you want Jesus to be speaking to you, he wasn't. Christianity is just not what you think it is. As long as you're a Christian, you're going to be living in a state of deception and fantasy.
But the date setting madness, I just feel like it's spiritually unhealthy for a lot of people.
I agree. The date setting is madness. But so is wasting every day of your life expecting to be raptured based on a book that was not written to you.
Matthew 24:44 says, you must be ready at all times because the Son of Man will come at an hour when you do not expect him.
And 10 verses earlier in Matthew 24:34, Jesus told his first century audience, assuredly I tell you, all these things will take place before this generation passes away. And the context of Matthew 24 is talking about the destruction of the temple.
It seems like every time we turn around, dates are being set and they're always wrong.
So how many more times will you allow yourself to be deceived before you learn your lesson? I explain in great detail what the Bible actually teaches about eschatology and soteriology in my book, It Is Finished, Believe the Unbelievable. Click the link in my bio.